Perfect. All right, we'll take questions from Mimi.
Mimi, is this your first senior day? Did you walk at Norfolk?
No, I walked there in Norfolk last year.
So I guess if you know what to expect, what kind of the emotions that happen on a senior day?
Just like nostalgic, honestly. I don't think like we really grasp how many times we've got the opportunity to play here, to practice. You know, sometimes practice can get repetitive, so stepping on the floor for our last home game is going to definitely be emotional, especially I know for Jordan, for Cece and all them that's been here so many years, and the fans, they love them, they adore them, so I'm just excited to see how much they show up for them.
Mimi, I was asking Coach about recruiting you. When you decided to enter the portal, I'm sure you heard from other schools as well. Can you just kind of take us through the process of, I'm sure you looked at some of those other schools and, who were they and what finally, decided to decide on West Virginia?
For me, it was just more of a winning culture I was looking for. Of course, like I said, a lot of schools, including in the Big 12, was reaching out to me. But it was more about like what aligned with my goals. I wanted to play at the next level, so I looked at schools who were able to take players to the next level. I wanted to win, and Coach Kellogg he wins, and he also wins by his defense, and I know that I'm a defensive-minded person as well. I don't like to give up easy buckets, so coming here was definitely a decision of aligning with my goals.
Was going in the portal a scary thing, or were you ready to do it?
It was very scary for me. I was at my school for 3 years, and I was very comfortable. I knew everybody, so coming into the portal was very scary. I didn't want to make the wrong decision, especially because I only had 1 year left. So for me, it was just more of making a decision with, like I said, based upon my goals and just talking to my mom and letting her know like what I wanted in the future, and we kind of aligned it with the schools.
I'm sure, starting the year with a new team this year, probably all kinds of questions that run through. At what point did it kind of hit you like, oh yeah, okay, I fit in here, this is going to work out?
It was kind of midsummer, and we were just like starting to thaw out with each other. I would say like for girls it's a lot different. I feel like boys immediately just start being, themselves, and like I feel like for girls we have to warm up to each other. So it was kind of the middle of the summer, and a few of the returners took us to, I can't remember, it was a restaurant, and like I think we got tacos or whatever, and we just sat down and we really just had a good time, and I knew that this was a school for me just because I like to I'm big on connection. I think basketball brings a lot of connections, and I think we really sat down and got to know each other when we didn't have to. We didn't have to spend time with each other. We got the weekends off. People can go home on the weekends and do things like that, but I think we actually took the time to get to know each other and spend time, and that's what really brought me and let me know that I was meant to be here.
Tacos did the trick.
Tacos did the trick.
Did Mark have to pitch you on playing the four?
Oh, no, that's something I wanted to do. I knew that in order for me to play at the next level, I wouldn't be able to be a 5. So moving to the 4 was definitely an adjustment for me, but it was something that I wanted and that we talked about previously.
Coach Kellogg mentioned your mid-range game a little bit. The development of that, how much of that came with this move to the 4, or has that been kind of part of your game for longer? And especially your patience when you get the ball. One thing it doesn't seem anybody's able to do is speed you up or make you frantic with the ball.
It's something I've been working at for a while. I think me being a 5, it was kind of hard to expand my game when I was always down low, but I put in a lot of time in the gym with Coach Caden and previously at my other school with other coaches, just putting up shots and getting comfortable with that shot. So when the time comes, I wouldn't be hesitant or I wouldn't be thinking about it because, like I said, coming from a 5 position, you're so used to being dominant down low that you have to really be patient and make sure you take the right shots coming from the trail and when people sag off you and making the right reads.
And with all the emphasis now on either getting to the rim or shooting threes, does that mid-range game help you stand out a little bit, do you think?
Oh, for sure. I think it's a lost art for sure. A lot of people don't like the mid-range, or it's more for the guards. They like the pull-up jumper. But for me, being a post and like me being so paint-heavy, it's easier for me, and it opens up the paint for me and my teammates if I'm able to knock down that shot.
I'm kind of curious, did you get a chance, or even maybe during the season, did you ever see any of last year's team at West Virginia? like on film or TV or anything?
Oh yeah, JJ. I knew JJ previously. She is from Norfolk, and her best friend goes to my old school. So I met JJ way before I came here, and I always watch the games. I love any team that plays defense. I'm a fan of. So I was always a fan of West Virginia just because I like their style, I like their mentality. So I've seen a lot of games before I came here.
I was asking Coach, obviously the offensive style you guys have this year is a little different than last. I mean, just the philosophy, the way of attack. A lot of that is because of your game. I'm just wondering, have you, not asking you to take credit for that, but did you notice that at all? I mean, the impact that you were making and how the philosophies were changing?
For sure. I knew coming in that that I was going to be a dominant post, and I watched them last year, and I know Kylie was more of like a stretch four, shooter, and they never really had like a much of an inside play. It was very much guard play. So I knew coming in that I would make a difference in the paint for them. I didn't know how good we would be. I knew we'd be good, but I didn't know how good we would be. I seen Jordan previously, but we have Gia, we have Shaw, we have Carter that I'm playing with. So it was just definitely a whole new dynamic. Carter takes off pressure for me in the paint as well, just because she's very dominant. I mean, she's an undersized post as well, but she doesn't play like it at all. So us being able to get up and down and be able to play like we're not undersized has just been a benefit to both of us.
Maybe on Wednesday, what changed for you guys at halftime?
I think we blew out UCF here, right? So we should have came into the game a little bit more knowing that they were going to be angry about, and then it's their senior night. They don't want to lose in front of their parents and stuff like that. So when we came into the locker room at halftime, we was like, let's just make the adjustment. Like, I think we've been through a lot of games where we went into halftime and we talked about it, but we didn't make the adjustment. And I think we're in the part of the year where we're willing to make the adjustment, and we came out on a different level, and I was very proud of my team for that because, yes, we did blow them out at home, but we were in their court, and we just had to use our advantages.
The 1 year playing with Jordan Harrison, what's that been like? What kind of impact has she made on your life?
She's amazing. I love Jordan so much. She's a sweet girl. She's funny. I mess with her all the time just because you got to mess with the little people. As posts, you got to make sure like they feel your presence. But Jordan has been amazing. Like, just having somebody that's passionate about basketball, somebody who's willing to be kind, but also like let me know like what it is and what it isn't, and I can appreciate that. How hard she plays on the floor makes me play harder. When I see her up on the top of the press and she's working her butt off, I'm like, okay, I got to make sure my rotation is right, because if not, Jordan did all that for nothing. So I'm very appreciative to play with Jordan. Someone like her, even outside the court, she's very God-fearing, and she keeps me on my toes.
Had you ever had anyone like that previously?
I played with Diamond Johnson, so similar, I would say, but they're a lot more different. I think Jordan's a true point guard. Like, she's a true point guard to her core, and I don't think I've gotten a chance to actually play with a true point guard who's going to assist, who's going to score, who's going to get the steals. Like, she's nothing but short of amazing.
In that first half on Wednesday, was she the most vocal when things weren't going your guys' way, or was someone else, or were the coaches?
Jordan's always the most vocal, I would say. Regardless of how the game's going, she's going to let us know. She's going to talk to us. So she definitely was the most vocal, letting us know that we got to pick it up, and like this is not what we want to represent. And I know it's getting close to the end, but we got to make sure we finish it off right.
Maybe what do you think of that glass court that they're going to have at the tournament?
Oh, I loved it. I don't think we spent much time shooting on it as we did playing with it. We were writing our names on it. I got to see, like, it was a track, it was pickleball, but I definitely love it. I love how they can just switch it over. I think I like the dark font more because the lighter ones is kind of bright, but other than that, the glass court was pretty cool.
Did it feel the same as hardwood?
No, I didn't.
So when you guys get to Kansas City, will you have to, like, get used to it?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's going to be an adjustment, but I don't think it can affect. I mean, if you could play basketball, you can play basketball.
Thanks, Mimi.
Thank y'all.